Good afternoon. It's time to talk about week 2. Your weekly agendas and checklists will be arranged by content and assignments. I recommend you review the assignments first and then review the content. This helps focus your reading. This week we start with the first 2 chapters of our textbook. In addition to the textbook chapters, you will watch and read several resources on thinking as well as bias and stereotypes. I also post the weekly agendas in PDF format in the content section of D2L, so you can download them or print them. I want to get this out in the open right away. In this class, I don't want to change your opinions or beliefs on topics. This class has an external and an internal focus. 1. You will learn how to identify the argument an author or speaker is making, along with the reasons and evidence they use. 2. You will have a better understanding of why you hold the beliefs and opinions that you have. Critical thinkers are skeptical, but not to the point where they don't believe anything. They don't accept or reject arguments and ideas blindly. Critical thinkers are aware of their own biases, and they learn to compensate for them by seeking out information from other perspectives. I want you to learn to recognize when an idea is supported by credible evidence and when there is only an appeal to your emotions. I want you to resist the urge to think in terms of right and wrong, or black and white, or that there's only one right answer to difficult issues. Tentative opinions and decisions are okay, and they're often the only reasonable stance. As you gather more information, you can change your opinion. The title of the textbook gives this away, but our class will explore questions that will help you learn more about a topic. Critical thinking questions are not about tearing down the arguments of others. They're about moving conversations forward by knowing much more about what we do and don't know than we began. Fair warning, however, that sometimes asking questions can annoy people. You want to ask in a way that is more, "Tell me more about this," rather than, "Why did you do that?" This week's assignments are to take quiz number 1 and to complete your first journal entry. I will post the questions for each quiz as a Word document in the content module for that week, so the questions for quiz number 1 are in the week 2 content module in D2L. Once the quiz is closed and graded, I will post the answers in D2L. This quiz is worth 15 points. I've set the time limit for 120 minutes, and you can make one attempt. The quiz is due by 11:59 p.m. on Monday, 22nd January. If you submit the quiz on Tuesday, there's a 20% penalty. When you go to the quizzes in D2L, it'll look like they're due on Tuesday. I have them open until midnight Tuesday, but if you submit the quiz on Tuesday, you will lose points. On Tuesday mornings, I will email students who have not taken the quiz. Even with the points penalties, it's always better to submit something. I know you are juggling work, other classes, families, etc., and I want to give you some flexibility around assignments. That's why you can submit them a day late. I will also drop your lowest score for quizzes, journals, discussions, and assignments. I have D2L set up to automatically do this, so as soon as you have your first grade in these categories, D2L will indicate the grade is dropped. As you get more grades in each category, the dropped grade will change. Essentially, this means you can skip an assignment in these categories. You know your own schedules and responsibilities better than I do. Use this option wisely. Your first journal post is due by Monday, 22nd January, 11:59 p.m. With the exception of the initial posts during discussion weeks, assignments are due on Monday. Your journals are in the Journals discussion forum. If you do not see your journal, contact me immediately. Pick the one question that interests you the most. I recommend writing the post in Word or Pages or Google Docs and then copying it to D2L. I do this a lot myself with emails and discussion board posts. Journal questions are also posted in the Week 2 content module in D2L. You'll notice that several quiz questions and journal questions ask you to apply the topics we're learning about this week to your own life. Self-reflection is a key component of critical thinking. As with the quiz, if your journal post is submitted on Tuesday, there will be a 20% penalty. As with the quizzes, I remind students on Tuesday morning if they haven't done the journal post yet. That's it for this week. I look forward to getting to know you through your journal posts.